From Reyes on the left, Fedor Gorst on the right. We're here at the amazing Amsterdam Billiards pool room in Manhattan, New York. Fedor won the lag, wasn't able to pocket a ball, so Efren has the first shot. And he's going to go ahead and try to play this one ball and come underneath the two, playing to the right side of the table. That's top inside, got good position. So this, I believe, 36 years this year. Some of the Thorsten Holman plays regularly, Ginky, George Sansusi, Tony Robles, players including the likes of Shane Van Boning, Jason Shaw. Thanks to Greg Hunt, the CEO, has been a phenomenal place to see amazing. So I'm going to tune in and out here, kind of just talk about a little of the technical aspect of the game. It's pretty natural, so I don't have to speak too much about it. But I just want to kind of talk about, this is an exhibition match, so it's a little more fun. But they're still doing their, the crowd's joking around with Efren, saying rich pocket, that kind of stuff. The day of the event. The event started last night, and this is day two. Rack, the 1 to the 2 is atrocious. So Efren tries to play a really tough shot and get on the 2 ball, pot the 1 and go 3 rails around this 5 ball. Seriously, both players actually put pretty good strokes down and almost made the ball, but Fedor got a really good roll here. Now, Efren looked to the right first to see if he could kick this ball in and get position. There's pretty much no way to make the ball and get position on the 2, and since he's in a bad spot, he's going to go at the left rail and try to pocket this ball in the upper right corner. Now, I did get a chance to look at this, and I was present during the show. I will say that this is probably the greatest shot I've seen live by Efren. Just absolutely incredible. To first pocket the ball and attain position on the 2 is just pretty much obscene. But that is why they call him a magician. So I will talk through most of this match, guys. Otherwise, YouTube will shut me down because they do have background music. So please excuse me if you feel like I'm rambling. Feel free to mute it and just watch the show. But I'll try to give some insights, as I am one of the house pros in Amsterdam Billiards, and I do enjoy commentary and giving people some different perspectives as to why the players are playing what they're playing and when. So after that incredible kick shot, Efren's staying on the correct side of the balls for the rest of the rack and not having any real issues. So we'll just let him close this out and talk about the next rack. While I have a moment, I'm going to go ahead and thank Greg Hunt from Amsterdam Billiards, Brandon from Jacoby Custom Cues. I'll thank Patrick Ma from Motif. He does some software for me. Oh, here's a quick shot. He does a 3 cushion shot here, pocketing this ball, just fading the side pocket, coming towards the 9 ball. I really like that pattern. A little dangerous if you're not quite familiar with the rails, but he played that perfectly. Ended up getting a nice shot in the 9. But yeah, Patrick Ma, Motif. Talon Products. Talon makes amazing products, both chalk and tips. Fedor's going to go ahead and bank this 1 ball for position on the 3. There is a little bit of a safety involved here, pretty much just all-out pocketing. These guys are doing an exhibition, so they are going to play a little aggressive to the right for this 6 ball, so he'll be very cautious as to how he gets to the 6. Really wants to land on the rail or very close to the position. I'll also thank in the box natural. Again, once you get through that key moment of the rack, guys, I'll say natural shots or high percentage shots. They'll miss a couple low percentage shots, but overall, once we get through the problem of a rack, it's a foregone conclusion. Again, Efren's having a little problem breaking, so he's got a tough shot in this 1, and this is the key moment. If he can get from the 1 to the 2, he can run out. Now, he missed this, but he did leave it a little safe. Now, again, he happens to be playing one of the greatest bankers, especially 1 rail bankers, alive, and Fedor's going to go ahead and try this in the side again. With that in mind, there is a bit of a 2-way shot here. If he misses, it would be tough for Efren to get on the 2 based on where the cue ball landed and where the 1 would have landed, possibly behind the 5 or in the middle of the table. Now this 2 to the 3, oddly, I would try to attack the 9 ball here. Maybe I get lucky, pocket it, but if not, I'll definitely have position on the 3. As you can see, once again, once you get through that problem part of the rack, in this case it was the bank on the 1, the rest of the rack is just staying calm, staying in line, kind of flowing. You know, Mika, our friend here at Amsterdam, used to always talk about sort of being in the flow. He would call it in the zone or flowing. Excuse me. But just try to remain relaxed and calm and focus on your routine. Okay guys, the racks seem to be flying by. I did edit this, so it should be quite a bit shorter than the actual match. But we're tied at 2-2, Fedor to break. Exceptional. There is one key to this rack. If you notice where the 6 is, the 8 blocks a lot of real estate for the position on the 6 ball. So he's got to play kind of another 3 cushion shot going from the 6 to the 7. You'll see what I mean here shortly, but he'll want to leave a pretty thin angle on this ball on the bottom to get position on this 7 ball. Tedious here. He's got to swing short rail, long rail, short rail, and avoid the 9 for position, and he got a little unfortunate there. He's going to try to bank this 7 in the side, and if I remember correctly, I think he hits the outside point, yeah, and gets a real good roll, and the 7 drops, and he was trying to get on the 8 ball. But definitely a good roll, and like Efren got a good roll earlier on, even making that kick that he made on the 1, he would even say that he got lucky. Now this whole set, Efren's losing the cue ball a little bit and having to come with a good shot on the 1. If he can make this 1 ball, the 2 ball's pretty natural. Okay, so step 1 done. The 3 to the 4, he wants to get off the rail and get position for this 3 where he can get to the 4 ball. He doesn't quite get there. He's a little too thick and a little too straight on this 3 to the 4 ball. He would have liked to have been further to the left so he can go off the rail and go towards the 4. Instead, he's too thick, and he does an Efren-esque shot here behind the 7. This does, again, give him a little upside. If he happens to hit something over there and miss that ball, he might have left him safe. Instead, he got a really, really fortunate roll. Now, Fedor just got one last rack, so I guess he was due, and made that other ball on the side, and somehow bumped the 7 and got position on the 4 again. pretty fortuitous, as the great Grady Matthews would say. But Efren will take it, and the crowd loves it. Guys, just like that, 3-3, tight score again. Fedor breaking incredibly well. Not really any work this rack, so we just get to watch him play, and key moment is really only the 4 to the 5. But he just got really good position on the 4 where he can swing over to the 5 nicely. Just has to make sure he doesn't scratch in the side or anything, so he just avoids that by leaving a nice angle. Now he did leave a little extra angle, so he's going to go both long rails sometimes with that shot, but he didn't need to do that. He was thick enough on the 5 to just hold it for the 6. Again, one of the easier racks of this set, a byproduct of his high quality break. And you will notice on Fedor's break, he's getting a little more action on the balls and really controlling the 1 ball better than Efren. Efren seems to be hitting the 1 ball, having it come a little more towards the center of the table, and the cue ball a little below. Seemingly always a sort of tougher shot on the 1 of the 2. Again, the 1 of the 2 here is his moment to shine or fail. In this case, he tried to use low inside, killed the cue ball, got away from him a little. He's probably going to leave him safe. And he actually nips the 6 ball and does really trying to find a good solution in a really negative position spot. Tries to get separation. I've had the pleasure of playing both these players, or the Efren, the same deal, very creative player. I would say Fedor very stylistically more calibrated, more obviously Efren, a lot of sort of different tools in his bag than most players. Full shot here, the 2 to the 3 to the 4, right? So this 3 and 4 along the same rail. Whenever you have the 3 and 4 on the same rail, you got to play really good position off the 2. Make sure you get pretty good on this 3 ball. You don't want to be straight, but you want to be close to straight so you can get easy position from the 3 to the 4. Now, if I remember correctly, he used low left there, came off the rail, tried to widen it up so he'd stay pretty thick on it, but he got a little thin, so he's going to go back and forth this time. Because that other ball's on the rail, he can't use top inside, so he's just going to float forward, make sure he gets off the rail, which I think would be a little more common amongst players. But instead he used a center outside, sort of a sliding cue ball with right English to just swivel around that ball. Good shot there. Position play, their pocketing, their speed control, very much on point. Constant, sort of this spot shot in the 1, awkward position to the 2. Now, curious shot here, very intelligent shot, looking for the 2-way, hits it great. Seemingly not really missing any banks. Again, guys, finding that key moment in the rack, then you have to recover or play a safety. But as you can see, really trying to find 2-way shots. Focused on entertainment. I like the way he went 2 rails around for the 6 on the side, and then he goes 2 rails around again just to go towards the line of the shot. A lot of players, they tend to cross the line or try to get cued on position. I'm definitely guilty of that at times, but you can see that Fedor's programmed himself to typically go into the shot line as opposed to crossing the shot line. Another beat on the board for Fedor with a 6-4 lead and really owning the break here. It's been a little tough for Efren as far as the break is concerned. This is another very important note here. He plays this 1 to the right side of the 2, stays underneath the 2, and is trying to find a solution from the 3 to the 4. If you notice, the 3's on one long rail and the 4's on the other long rail, and the 7's blocking a lot of real estate. So if he gets thick on the 3, he's going to have to play position for a bank on the 4. Now, rather than playing that, what he decides to do is super creative. He plays this 2-ball 1 rail and goes into the 7, knocking the 7 out of the way and getting himself a nice angle on this 3 ball. Now this angle allows for the run to be much simpler. Doesn't have to play any banks or anything, any incredible shots, but that position play he just played with that quality cue ball really shows you why he's number 1 right now. Okay, after that quality 4 ball, the rest of the rack seems to be pretty easy here. Does a nice little draw stroke. This is brand new cloth. Amsterdam Billiards maintains the equipment really well. 2 days before this match, I believe they reclothed 10 tables in the room. And this was one of those tables that they just reclothed. Okay, so you see Efren was having some difficulty with the 1 ball. So he decided to play a... He would have left it safe, but he still maintained position. Matana. That was a quality shot there. Now what he used there was top and ball off that rail, and it came straight between that window, leaving him the nice combo. making sure you don't jump up, making sure you're playing the correct side of the ball. Just make sure that they get a thick angle when they want to stay on the same side, a thinner angle when they want to go back and forth. And when they want options, they stick with around a half ball hit. I have noticed Efren does tend a little on the bottom side of the 9 more than being on top of it. That's a little different than a lot of us play. Again, the 1 or the 2 is the key here. Now here's a sweet draw stroke. Watch this, guys. Yeah, the brand new cloth really helps out there. But he did get to let his stroke out. Played a great shot. Got rewarded as you would expect. Going 2 rails into the line of the shot. Now this 3 to the 4, he's got to get above it. Ooh. You can see a little bit of his disappointment there, scratching his brow. He really wanted to get above this 4. Had he gotten above it, the 4 to the 5 would be much simpler. Instead, he's on the bottom side of it, and the cue ball wants to go across table because he's too thin. He ends up accepting a really thin cut here. And I believe if this weren't an exhibition match, that he would go ahead and play a safety. A couple safeties I see would be banking the 5 to the long rail, putting the cue behind the 8, or going the other way, putting the cue behind the 7, banking the 5 on the other long rail. Maybe banking the 5 back to the other short rail. But what he does here is try to cut it and hit the 9. Wouldn't have had easy shape on the 7, but Efren's double checking. He's got a shot, and the natural position is towards the 7. So first real sellout, but really, again, that's because they're trying to do an exhibition match. They're trying to have fun. They're trying to make it entertaining for the folks as opposed to trying to play perfect pool. And I think that's really amazing that these players, their ego with how good they play, they're not so concerned about winning that they're making it not entertaining for the folks that are here. My name is Michael Yednak. I'm one of the house pros at Amsterdam Billiards. Event last night, able to do commentary with Frank Miletti in Billiard Sports Network. And no one could stream this today, so I just thought I would get in there and record this match. Here's a sweet shot by Efren. Again, playing a two-way shot. Should he miss it, his cue ball's behind that other ball, the 4 ball there, with natural position on the 2. So always Efren trying to downside management, making sure that if anything goes wrong, he's got a chance to get lucky and leave a safety. He's just such a good ball pocketer, you don't really see it unless you really play close attention. But what I was saying is just wanted to do a quick shout out to Billiard Sports Network. They did stream the match last night. And I'll do a quick shout out to Henry Chan and Angel Ortega. They've done a lot of streaming for Amsterdam Billiards in the past. And of course, Greg Hunt for putting this fine show on so that we have something to watch. It's always a pleasure being at Amsterdam Billiards. I've spent a good 20 years, almost a life sentence, being a part of the room, and I'm exceptionally grateful for everything the room does for the players and for the walk-in crowd, the staff. Just overall, a wonderful place to be. And speaking of the staff, it's a Mother's Day weekend, and Kim came in, the GM, and was working hard to make sure that this event went through. Just shows. All right, guys, 7-7, keeping it real for you. He's got to hit it with some pace to get back and forth. And trying to get on the correct side of this ball, he ended up drawing, I believe, around this 5 ball to make sure he gets the correct side of this 2 ball so that he can get better position on this 3 ball. The table, and that's probably why he jarred that ball. Pretty simple combo here. This sequence of balls, this 3 ball to the 4 ball to the 5 ball, really watch this, guys. This is exceptional world-class pool here. He plays the 3, avoids the side pocket, but ends up a little too steep on this 4 ball. So being Efren, one of the finds a really tough shot on this 5. Now the shot he's about to play here on the 5, I actually learned from Mika. What he's going to do here is low right. He's going to try to double the right corner, then double the left corner, and attain position on the 8 ball. Now a lot of times this will widen out and you'll hit the 9, and then sometimes if you don't hit it well, you'll get behind the 9. Efren hits it flawlessly, lands between the 8 and 9, played in position play. Great shooting by both players. The atmosphere, a bunch of new people in the room, and they get to experience Amsterdam billiards. A couple folks next to me were visiting from Texas. Super sweet people. This was the first time in the 2 days that I saw them do a push shot. Now they've been trying to play super aggressive. Efren pushes out to a jump, knowing that Fedor is one of the greatest jumpers alive. And Fedor doesn't get it. And they're laughing, you know. Fedor's like, I should have given it back. I know he doesn't have a jump cue. Efren very versed in playing both hands. He's having fun. He's still playing all the right shots and just making sure he can play a little more aggressive with the two-way shots, or stew-way shots as we call them in New York. Another incredible out by Efren. Now, they are starting to have more fun because it's getting close to the end, so Efren's going to try a 4-rail bank. Okay, he just barely misses it. Crowd goes wild. They're having fun, guys. This is great. Now Fedor's like, I think I'll do a 2-rail bank. Is that okay? So he's trying to bank long rail, back to the other side pocket. And he asked John, and John's like, yeah, that's about where you need to hit it. So he's doing a double bank. When he shoots it, I'm in the audience, and I thought he hit it perfectly, but it goes a little wide on him. Just went a hair wide. And the crowd again is having fun. They're all telling Efren where to put the ball.
Anywhere.
They're like, play it in the side, play it in the side. So he's like, well, which side? So So they tell him to do the left side, so he's got to go 2-rail. So he's going to try to go long rail, short rail. Just misses it. Went a little wide again. This is new cloth, so it's a little slidey. And Fedor also trying to have fun, so he's looking at what options he has. Now he's trying to do a really cool shot. He's trying to play short rail, long rail, short rail, and bank it 3 rails towards the side. Check this out. Again, it looks like it's going close, and then it goes wide. Efren tries to double bank it to the other pocket. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I should say triple bank it. Lower left, he really hit it rough, so he's like laughing at himself. Trying to do the 3-railer, long rail, short rail, long rail. Playing for the upper left corner. Just comes up short this time. Long one time, short the next time. Keeps trying to adjust. That's not quite getting it. Efren says, okay, I'm just going to cut it in. And then he lets the cue ball go and scratches. That's what you get for playing this straight. Again, key moment, 1 of the 2. This is a great speed shot, great angle shot. He goes right between and lands with the speed perfectly for this lower left corner with this 2-ball. That was a really strong shot, guys. That inside English, making sure the speed is correct, not using too much inside, using just the right amount, dipping down right below that ball. Again, now he's just trying to stay on the correct angle of the balls, but the balls are more natural now. Good combo. I thought he missed it for a second, but he hit it very well. It's funny, I'm going to mention John Schmidt. I went up to his place recently. I'll probably post that video soon. Got a lesson with John on straight pull. And just really an incredible guy and an incredible coach when it comes to pull in general. But I really want some straight pull knowledge from him. Been interested in running a 200-ball run. And I was with John and got a lot of insights on what's holding me back. And excited to play some straight pull. I haven't played straight pull in a while. I'm going to join the Amsterdam Straight Pull League this coming season again and have some fun playing my buddy Sean Morgan and Zion's V and Ed and a couple other guys, you know, Sammy. But we have a really good straight pull crowd here. Okay, tried the 4-rail bank, didn't quite go. Efren's going to try the 3-rail bank in the side. And this is actually very similar to the shot he made last night. And he makes it again. And guys, this is Michael Yednak signing off. I'll see you at the next angle. Special thanks to Greg Hunt, Amsterdam.